In this video, I will be going over the rules for my board game, Lumpy Worm Exhibit. How to win. The main goal of Lumpy Worm Exhibit is to be the first player to get to the empty exhibit and hold it for 5 consecutive turns. A player can also win by being the last player standing at the end of a game. Attacking other players is a risk that can backfire, but there can only be one winner if there's only one player left. Starting a game. At the beginning of a game, a player is chosen at random to act as the dealer. The dealer is responsible for the initial setup of the game. To start the game, the dealer will remove the starting map tile, the storage, from the map card deck and place it in the centre of the table. Depending on how long the players want the game to be, the dealer will shuffle the map card deck and place the goal tile, the empty exhibit, at the bottom for a full length game or midway for a quicker game. Finally, the dealer will shuffle and deal 3 event cards to each player and set up the pile of chip tokens. How to take a turn. During a turn, players have a few steps that they must follow. Starting the turn, the players must draw up to 3 event cards if they have less than 3. Players will then draw a map card and place it so that it connects with a previously placed map card. After the map has been placed, the player will then roll 1 6-sided die, and that will be the maximum amount of spaces that they can move. Players can choose to not move the full amount of that roll. Building the map. Placing a map card follows a set of rules to help ensure that the game does not come to a standstill due to a poorly placed map. Firstly, map cards can be rotated however the player wants, but it must be placed so that the cards' paths are connected. Map cards cannot be placed to intentionally block another map card. Map cards with a named exhibit cabinet must have the number of hostile exhibits placed that the card shows. Finally, it is possible for map cards to be placed in such a way that no more tiles can be placed. If that happens, the game will play into one of 2 scenarios. If this has occurred with the empty exhibit placed down, the game will continue as normal, minus the placing of map tiles on players' turns. If the empty exhibit is not placed, the only method to win is for the players to attack one another and be the last player standing. How to move everything. Hostile exhibits are moved at the end of each player's turn. The player will roll 2 6-sided dice, with the amount rolled being the number of hostile exhibits the player can move. Hostile exhibits can only move 1 space per move. Bringing the fight. Hostile exhibits are moved at the end of each player's turn. The player will roll 2 6-sided dice, with the amount rolled being the number of hostile exhibits the player can move. Hostile exhibits can only move 1 space per move. Chip tokens are the player will track damage. Once the player has gained a total of 5 chip tokens, they are considered chipped and brought back to the starting map card, the storage. Chipped players can no longer win by the normal means. They can no longer take the final empty exhibit and instead can only win through combat. If a player gains 5 more chip tokens, they will break and are removed from play. Playing an event. Event cards are used by players to trigger effects that can halt another player's progress towards the empty exhibit. The effects vary from having multiple hostile exhibits appear or by altering the placement of map cards. A player can only play 1 event card at the end of their turn. They cannot hold more than 3 event cards at any time.